better. I mean, you sound
I
better.
won't
Oh,
say I won't say I'm healthy, but I'm sounding better.
all right. All
Uh,
right. That's hey. Hey, you woke up this morning,
oh
started
yeah.
on your way.
You know what? I know we need to go on and start now.
Let's
I
do
know
this.
I know we need to go on and start now.
Ah,
Oh, they ain't gonna get in that stretch.
And now, it's about that time.
Pre-record on my count. 7, 6, 5, 4. Here we go. Roger.
And with the coach, Mickey Clayton on Insights. Two eyes in the middle. INSiiGHTS.
Oh, everybody say hello. We want to welcome everybody to the Mick and Rick show.
say what?
And you got me, the coach. I'm the one without the most, but the man with the plan, Rick Brown from Lakeland.
Well, I'm not from Lakeland. I'm from DC, rocking on this mic so viciously. Want to welcome everybody to this beautiful show. Let's go. What's up, coach? What's up? What's up? What up? Insights family?
Oh boy, Rick, don't get too carried away because they be talking about what Rick on. He need to stop drinking that Coke. Must be something else in that can.
Do.
Uh,
And it's clear.
it's
It's
clear.
clear. It's clear.
It's clear. So what's that mean? That mean nothing else can go in it.
Nah, I'm gonna let you think whatever y'all want to think out there.
You gonna let them think whatever they want to think.
Whatever they want to think, coach.
Oh man, but hey, that's the best way to be. Let
Hey.
them think whatever they think. That's how it go.
Yeah, I think I learned that from a very brilliant man. Someone real close to me.
Oh,
Mm, mm, mm,
eh, eh.
mm, mm, mm.
Hey, everybody, we want you to know that we 2 weeks into the Claflin Athletic Show, maybe 3 weeks. We did the women's basketball team last week. We did the men's basketball team this week. You know, we did the golf tournament. We had Tony O'Neill on, and I think the more we put in Claflin out there, my basketball contacts are reaching out more and more about how to get in touch with the coaches. Um, it's doing, I think, what we had talked about, and that was expanding the brand. Is letting them get into some places now that people are interested in going there and playing and participating. So all of that is part of what your brand is. You know, you want people to know about your program and expose your student athletes. And we had one of the guys that was on, Alan Hatchett, and uh, with a 4.0 grade point average.
Mm.
And one of the high school coaches here was saying, man, they must recruit some pretty good talent academically for those kids to be able to go and I to go with a Claflin. I said, well, one thing about Claflin is that it's an educational institution. It's not a school you could go in and hide behind the weeds. You got to go in there and do your work. And the Claflin women,
Mhm.
the only thing close to them in terms of supporting what we're doing has been Ricketts. Ricketts was really following us, getting out, working a lot in terms of subscribing, following us on the different social media sites.
Mhm.
North Florida Christian, when we had to get to 1,000 to be able to live stream games, North Florida Christian's baseball alumni got out and
Wow.
campaigned and sent some things out to get the people to subscribe, and we were able to do 3 or 4 North Florida Christian baseball games that year. But the girls on Claflin, They're all over my social media now. So
Ah,
hats off to them, and we appreciate them. And we appreciate them. I'm sorry I cut you off. What were you get ready to say?
no. When you said the 4.0 and being a student athlete, I was thinking that they don't have the one or two 4.0s on the bench, or the 12th and 13th men or women on the bench to boost the GPAs up. These are all the way through.
Yeah, this one of the starters there. And his interview was interesting. They got about 4 kids on that boys team, about 6'10".
What?
I'm sorry, about 6'8". I'm sorry, I made them taller. I did with everybody that.
Oh, you pulled the NBA joint out. I mean, yeah. No, that's college. That's right. Yeah, I'm 6'10". You right? No, you did right, coach. Because I was 6'1" at fam.
I hear you coming out of high school.
That's
So I asked Alan, how many times I know you often trying to catch him to dunk on him, and coach started laughing and said, every day he's trying, every day.
Oh, that's great.
Then you need to watch the women's show. We got Miss TikTok. She put I call her Miss TikTok because she has some stuff up there with Dawn Staley when they went to practice, and man, that thing almost went viral. So
Wow.
you need we have both shows up there on YouTube now. They're on INSiiGHTS YouTube and on INSiiGHTS Roku, so you can get a chance to find out about them. So we staying busy doing our productions and getting our things out.
That's right.
That's what we try. No, we work real hard at trying to do that.
INSiiGHTS now has its own Roku channel. INSiiGHTS itself is a dream maker providing a platform for content creators. Go with INSiiGHTS Roku channel into 91 million homes. We are strengthening our programs that will continue to educate, entertain, and enlighten our viewers. We will still feature youth sports, Mick and Rick, INSiiGHTS Magazine, Remember the Legends, and much more. Stay tuned for our creative content. Appreciate your support.
Thank you for your support.
Yes, sir. We really do appreciate that. We really do. And without further ado,
Legends aren't born that way. They work extremely hard and then often go harder to be mentioned among the best of the best. With apologies to the great James Brown, on today's Remembering the Legends, we shine the spotlight on a former NFL player who may just be the hardest working man on television today. Today we give props to former New York Giant and Texas Southern great Michael Strahan. Those who aren't into the NFL likely only know Strahan from seeing him hosting Good Morning America on Sundays on NFL on Fox pregame show. Maybe they know him from hosting my favorite game show, the $100,000 Pyramid, or his clothing, skincare, or shaving brand lines. Or maybe they just remember him from the Live with Kelly and Michael TV show. He's been in space, literally, as one of the passengers on the Blue Origin's rocket into outer space, has done commercials for Subway, and even has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But it was on the football field where Strahan blossomed. Born November 21st, 1971 in Houston, Texas, Strahan went to Westbury High School before heading to the SWAC in Texas Southern. There, the defensive end's size, speed, and will allowed him to finish his college career with 41 and a half sacks and All-American status. He was a two-time All-SWAC and two-time SWAC Defensive Player of the Year, which caught the eye of the New York Giants, who took him with the 40th pick in the second round of the 1993 NFL Draft. This started a brilliant 15-year career where Strahan became a menace to opposing quarterbacks. He was an integral part of 2 Giants Super Bowl winning teams, set the NFL single season record in sacks with 22 and a half in 2001, and was named NFL Defensive Player of the Year that same season. He retired following the Giants' Super Bowl victory in 2007, finishing his career with 7 Pro Bowls, 5 All-Pro teams, and 141 and a half total sacks. He was inducted into the Giants Ring of Honor, was named to the NFL All-Decade Team for the 2000s, inducted into the Black College Football Hall of Fame, and in 2014, the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's really no surprise Strahan is just as active following his playing days. His work ethic and determination is what made him great on and off the field. That is why he is a legend.
And from the sweat.
Yep, yes indeed. You know, I didn't originally know he was from Texas Southern. And then did some research. I was like, wow. He's and not being a Giants fan, I wasn't a big Strahan fan, but you can't take away his greatness on the field. Not at all.
Yeah. What made you select him?
I think I was watching the $100,000 pyramid one day, and somebody said something. Yeah, he was a great football player, and I was like, yeah, he was all right. And then I just did some research, and said, yeah, he's a legend. And then all the stuff he's done off the field after he's retired, like, geez, man, he reminds me of you in a sense, Coach. That. And I think we said it last week. Retire? What's that? I'm working harder now than I was then, so
Right.
that's why I picked him. Nothing crazy.
That's a good one. We're still getting feedback on you and Henry Lawrence. I had some administrators from university, former administrators. They were saying that they didn't know that Killer had attended FAMU. And to tell Rick Brown that was a good selection and that was a good job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But I hope, as I'm learning, I hope everyone else is learning as well, or it makes you remember the times that these people had.
Yes, exactly. Now we talked about the fact that we would have recommended or recommend that we fill out the process to try to host the first round of the tournament. Yes. So we do see that a number of things that we do talk about on here do come to fruition.
How about that?
What's your thought on us hosting that or trying to host it?
When I read it, Coach, I laughed, and I almost shot you a quick one.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I almost shot you a bird, but I was okay.
No, just said, can you believe this? It makes sense, and I think hosting playoffs also elevates your program if you can do it. We have the facilities. We have Tallahassee has the facilities. They have the room. Why not? Mm-hmm. And I think this just it gives you more visibility as well.
I agree. I agree.
No, don't agree. Fuss with me. Fight. Be against it.
It's one of those times. To me, it's a no-brainer in terms of applying to do that. And I do have to say that there's somebody waiting in the room back there. A good friend of yours. I'm gonna bring him on. I'll let you introduce him.
Uh-oh. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, hailing from the DMV, my main man, Mr. Les Banks,
You
Banks,
see it.
Banks,
You
Banks,
see it.
coming off of a incredible win on whatever that day was on Monday. Wow. What's happening, Mr. Banks?
Doing well. Doing well. Pocket's doing well.
Pockets doing well.
Hey, when you plus, you know, when you're an underdog by 11 and you jump on them because it's a divisional game because it's too many points. That's all I can say. Take advantage. So glad I live close to the MGM.
And they did take advantage.
Yes, sir. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. How you doing, Coach?
Man, I'm doing great. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys. Hey, what's up, Rick?
Man. I'm just hanging, man. Hey, look, why
Hey.
don't y'all warm up DC so I can come back home for a little bit?
Man, Nate, you asking a lot. You already know. It's November, get ready to be Thanksgiving. You already know what it's like around here.
Yeah, I'll see y'all in the spring.
Yeah, I know. You missed the last warm days about 2 weeks ago, so you already know what's about to happen.
Well, we should have had you on last week when we were talking about y'all real good friend Daniel Snyder and the rumor that he was looking to sell the Generals or the team with no name or the Commanders or the Bullets or whatever y'all keep
Coach, I expect better from you. Hey, from you,
know,
I expect better.
Y'all can't
anybody else.
Can you get
anybody
a name
else
and stay with it? I mean, y'all just like, I don't care what the damn sport is. Y'all got like 8 names. I think they do that to make y'all buy new apparel. That's
believe that.
Believe. I expect better from you. Anybody else I'd have took it from you, I expect better. But okay, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, I've heard it all. Command hose, commanders, whatever you want to call it. Hey, and even for my best friends, you know, I just set some people in place this weekend on the thread, you know. And they put some people in check off the break. You know, I don't know what they were talking about. Ain't heard from them since. But you know, like I said, it's cool. Whatever year, you can get a hat out of me. I'll give you a hat. $30. I don't mind a hat. Anything else? Better win first. Better win.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Terrible.
What's the jury? Most people want them to sell.
Yeah. Oh, we've been wanting them to sell for years. For years. It's a happy day. I couldn't. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop on the NFL's report and for everything to come out to force him, and even more in the court of public opinion, to give it up. He should have gave it up years ago. We've done nothing under him. We've done nothing under this regime, and it's brought nothing but, I guess you could say, shame or just lack of disappointment from knowing how this team used to be ran from the days of our youth, and the way we look around the NFL, the way other teams have ran, and that we should have been run. I mean, there's no way. You have a competent management group in here. There's no way that 3 head coaches walk out of this facility and go coach somewhere else with you are not retaining at least one of them. And dare I say 4. That doesn't happen. The losing and the ineptitude over the years doesn't happen. The mismanagement over the years doesn't happen. And I'm talking just behind, not even on the field, but even behind the scenes in a facility. That doesn't happen. So 25 years of ineptitude, mismanagement, and total dropping the ball. Yeah, tired, done, and it's time for a change.
25? Has it been 25 years?
Yeah,
Jeez.
pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You sit back and think about it. Yeah.
For a very faithful fan base.
Very faithful and loyal fan base.
Yes.
Yeah,
Y'all one of the first to come out with y'all own song. Y'all had y'all own song and stuff.
Of the 60s. Yeah.
I miss these days.
Yeah, I'm not, and I was one of the ones like, never change the name, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't care about the name. I don't care about all this. Win. I need a competent product on the field. I need something that I can cheer on, that I can get behind, where I can brag about players. Talking about this, my player is better than your player. Our scheme is better than that. I don't, the name doesn't win you the name doesn't win you a game. You know what I'm saying? So put a competent product on the field. I don't care what you call them, long as it's publicly correct. But put a competent product on the field.
I hear you. I hear you.
That's strong. That's strong.
I'm gonna interrupt it for a minute just to put somebody on here that's Rick's guy.
Rick!
Uh-oh.
Well, this segment will be shorter than Gary Coleman because the playoffs started and the western and eastern portion of the state said, "What you talking about, Willis?" As if it wasn't bad enough that Rickards and Lincoln were the only two schools in the county to make the playoffs, they were bounced immediately. Rickards did themselves in by getting knocked out for the second year in a row by Pensacola Pine Forest 35-15, and Lincoln was no match for Lake City Columbia as they were drowned 29-6. Fortunately, Tallahassee still has a shot at a state championship as Florida High represented with an explosion of offense versus South Walton as they outpaced the Seahawks 63-44. Wakulla also fell victim to Pensacola Catholic 45-21. Over in South Georgia, it fared a little better, but not much. Brooks County unfortunately fell to Bleckley 14-10, but all was not lost as Thomasville had their way with Jackson 42-21. And Mrs. Butterworth pancake Westside 27-14. So that sets up this week's matchups as teams continue their quest to be crowned state champion. We'll continue in South Georgia as the Fighting Syrup Makers take on Troup County. Thomasville will battle Liberty County. Now back on the home front, Florida High at 11-0 will take on a nemesis of mine that I would love nothing more than for them to get back on their bus defeated in a 10-1 Pensacola Catholic. North Florida Christian will also return to action, undefeated, and take on McClay. And that will last as long as this segment. And John Paul will take on Monroe. On the college front, Florida State dominated Syracuse 38-13 and will face the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana this weekend. And my FAMU Rattlers stopped Hearts again, the triple bypass kids over in Alabama, extracting the stinger from the Hornets 21-14. But this week, this week, the Florida Classic. Bethune-Cookman, your ass is on the clock. See you next week.
You're next. Yes.
That's the good boy there, boy. God, he gets. He does it all excited, don't he?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Crazy. I mean, he comes on and just energy.
That's his boy, Rick. Les, that's his boy. Then he talked about Pensacola Pine Forest, and it sure sounded like he said crime forest.
That's what I thought he said. I was like, what? Wait, huh?
What did he say? Crime forest?
I ain't say nothing. Y'all not gonna put that on my boy. He said it. He said it.
I'm trying to watch my language. Did he? What?
Okay. You trying to do what, man?
I'm trying to watch my language, man.
We appreciate it, man. Thank you, because I've seen you at work on the thread.
Families can be tuning in. I can't go full thread on here.
No. We will not go full thread.
Yeah, you already saw this weekend when somebody pissed me off right before the game. I had to deal with that.
Well, he's upset anyway.
A friend of ours in Pittsburgh, so I had to deal with that.
Still a fan. He's a little upset.
Yeah, still a fan. Wanted to try to jump in on the Eagles bandwagon before the game. Had to shut all that down.
Yeah, you got to do that sometime. Before we go too far, we got another update we got to bring.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw this when we talked about this young man, when we had him on the show a year ago, but we're just bringing an update to you about this particular young man signed to play pro basketball. and passed up his senior year to play.
Right. Thank God, because I was not in a position. I want to thank mom, grandma. Got to thank grandma. My dad for sacrificing. Big thanks to all the college coaches. Want to show off. They showcase my talents. Coach, training. Coach Howard, Florida High. Coach Ward of the Florida High family. Shout out.
Shout out.
Scorpion and the Seminole for life.
Word.
Well
Was that
written
he
letter.
said that he will be signing a 2-year.
Signed a 2-year contract.
Wow.
With OTE.
Okay.
He signed 2 years with OTE.
That's what's up, Jay.
You know,
congratulations.
So you have actual teachers, or you're actually taking the classes online? Tell me a little bit about that, because I know with a 4.2 grade point average, I know it was no way your family was going to just let you go and let all that go to waste without you finishing up. So tell us some more about that.
Well, academics is actually amazing. Like most people won't understand, but it's actually amazing. So they make sure you take the class that you need to graduate. They're not just putting you in any class just to fill your class. Whatever you need to graduate, that's what they're taking care of.
Like a grown-ass man. On Friday night, Jaylen dropped 17 points in just 19 minutes. He set the tone with tough defense and showed how he's a 3-level scorer. Then on Saturday, he went crazy. Jamar played with relentless aggression, and he had a feast on the glass with 14 rebounds. And on top of that, he dropped 27 points.
What?
If you don't know the name Jaylen Martin by now, take notes before it's too late.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jaylen Martin, and this is what I would be doing if I wasn't a pro basketball player. If I wasn't a pro basketball player, I'll probably be into coding. Coding is very interesting. It's you can do creative things with technology. You can create different video games. Look into social media apps. You can create new apps. I was able to create robots and make them move, do certain paths, make them do certain motions. It relates to my game because in basketball, there's many challenges you gotta face, different obstacles you gotta go through. And I feel I'm able to break down the defense, score in different ways, and be creative in my game, shoot a three, drive in, pass, anything in the game. So I think that's how I relate to coding.
We're on a digital version of the Morehouse College campus in Southwest Atlanta.
I'm gonna pull it over your head.
You get to the metaverse by putting on a headset that you can see and hear through. Dr. Musina Morris is the virtual reality program manager at the college.
So the metaverse is what I call the world's greatest playground, so that they can envision parts of the world, places that they've never been to.
Once you're inside this digital universe, there is no limit to where and what you can see and experience. That's me in the metaverse in the blue sweater.
You want to climb mountains? Let's go. Let's go to Mount Everest.
Morris says Morehouse was the first school in the country to offer classes in a digital world.
They need to know how to use this, regardless to what field they're in.
Computers and technology are a way of life for today's students, and the metaverse is not just for video games, but education. At Morehouse College, they are the first school in the country to teach courses inside a digital world. Wow. Okay, we're going to go back to campus now. Oh, you guys are way over there.
Wow.
Now, is that not deep?
That's tight.
And he's in Atlanta where they're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And it started off with them talking about he was the smartest basketball player. Is he not the smartest basketball player? And he's always, he went to OTE that a year early. He passed up his senior year to go.
Yeah.
And to show you how deep Florida High was, they went and won the state and with the team that he was supposed to be a part of. But the kid is an excellent student, and he's not, that can only be considered a success story.
Easily. No doubt.
Definitely, Coach. And you see the growth just from the year from when we talked to him last year to, wow. And I loved him on the defensive end, just all
Did you
up
see
on.
that?
Oh my gosh, that was that kid. Way to go, Jay.
Hey, do you see that the training program they put him on? How much bigger he is? And like what did the guy say when he was player of the week? Talking about he's a grown ass man. That's what he looks like now. I mean, that's when I saw him. I had to tell his mom how much he has, matured. He's, when he went, he was 16, 17 years old when he went.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what did the guy say? The most underrated player in overtime elite. Not anymore.
No. Nope. He is definitely turning heads. That's all right. Keep it up, Jay. Keep it up.
And he has another year this year. And overtime elite, everybody kind of wondered about them and what they were doing. I saw some pictures when they basically took over a parking lot and completely renovated it to a really outstanding facility. Completely. I mean, if you're in that Atlanta area, if you ever go, it is a gorgeous facility. Multiple courts, classrooms, everything. I mean, state of the art, fitness and training. They have so many people that are there that work with these students. Outside of the classroom too. I mean, outside of the basketball, but in the classroom too. Which we knew when we interviewed him and talked to him and his mom that.
I was gonna say, and his mom, because his mom wasn't gonna go for that. This wasn't no okey doke.
No.
This wasn't that team up in Ohio or Pittsburgh or wherever they were from. No, this is legit.
That was legit. That was legit.
Coding, he said. Oh man.
Now, how many of remember when they used to bother you and pick at you about playing those video games and you can't make a living. Now people getting paid doing it now.
Yeah.
And now the kids are learning how to code it and create their own. This is just really just amazing to me. The way this has come along. It's
awesome.
So.
Oh my! I was hoping we had a reprieve.
Well, he's a Cowboy fan, but he can't figure out how to get his camera straight.
My eyes.
What's up, gentlemen?
You see, Les ain't cracked the grin, right? You see, Les ain't cracked the grin.
Hey, all I can say is my team beat Green Bay.
Didn't we beat y'all?
That's all I can say.
But didn't we beat y'all?
I don't remember. Can't remember last week.
Okay.
Don't remember last week.
We all gonna need a little faith after this show.
Yeah, y'all gonna need a little faith after that. Y'all gonna need a little something. Todd like to come on with his big rug all over his couch back there. You have to be a little concerned about it.
History.
Hey, but I appreciate him wearing the Tony Romo jersey because Romo is my second favorite Dallas quarterback behind Danny White.
Because they helped you beat them when they were at quarterback.
They never won anything, and we kicked their ass all the time.
But don't make me go to the history books.
Hey, go get it. Yeah, let's look at the history books.
I remember one year y'all was undefeated, and we came up there and spanked that butt.
That would be Aikman, not Romo.
I know that was Aikman. I know
that. Who did I say? Did not say.
I tell you what, I'm gonna send a text later on tonight. We're gonna check his record against the Skins. They should have named them the Dead Skins.
Hey, please do. Be looking forward to that one, buddy.
Don't want that smoke.
All right. We'll see, Les.
You don't want that one. You pick anybody else but him, but you don't want that one.
Okay.
Hey, how did Dallas do last Sunday, Coach?
Well, we used to get a report. Now that you say that, that's probably why we ain't get one this week.
Oh! I was wondering where the report was. I was just waiting for it
inside that cup.
Got my ginger ale.
You got some gin.
Brown ginger ale.
Right.
You got some gin, all right. What's up, my buddy?
What's happening?
That was all right. The way you kind of shut Todd down. Then I mean that was pretty good. His eyes got about that big.
Now my eyes got that big when you said you didn't get the report.
Sure did. Well, see, if you now I'm Rick.
Uh-oh.
You know how I am about trying to get the stuff in a timely fashion.
Mick, I sent it to you last night, like at 1 a.m.
Well, that's not, that explains it. You think you sent it to me at 1 o'clock. You think you sent it to me at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Man, that's discouraging.
Guy that was running away with the pick'em so much that he wasn't gonna turn in any numbers that week.
Yeah, Les. This dude, he was up 8-9 games. He said, "You know what? I like competition. I'm not gonna even make a pick this week. I'm gonna let y'all catch up so I can, so I can feel some confidence." No, he played that week, and the next week
didn't get it for real.
We like 5 minutes ahead of that. What, we got a delay on the broadcast or something?
Hey, Labs. Yeah, you gonna wear this L. You gonna wear this L because
I talked about it. I'm too bad y'all gonna miss it.
Yeah, right. Bring them on in.
Because
Man.
as much as coaches jumped on my ass for RTLs, yeah, it sounds good. It feels good to see somebody else get their ass rash because of this.
I know that's right. I enjoy that too. I enjoy watching the fans on TV when their team is losing. All the different this. I say my favorite one is guy he leaned over the stands like this, like I can't take it. Oh man, I put a lot of work in that, man. I'm so pissed.
Oh, have nothing. I kept checking. I said, well,
but you responded to me this morning.
No, you told me that you were gonna look at the video that I sent you. That's what you responded to.
Man, I put a lot of time in that, man. That pisses me off. Damn.
Yeah, well, stay away from that ginger ale.
Wink, wink.
Stay away from that ginger ale. That might work all right.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
I need two of them now. Wow.
Damn it, then he likes to come on and talk about his sponsors, right? He said, "Man, you can't mess it with me. You mess up my sponsorship. I got to show my stuff to my sponsors." I don't laugh at him because he's from Dallas now. Cowboy fan, ain't no telling what they be talking about. We and what's up with your owner? What was the comment he made about his quarterback?
Whose?
Your quarterback.
Yours.
Which one? Cooper Rush? You talking about Cooper Rush?
Yeah, let me just act like I can't. Let me remove you from this.
He's a INSiiGHTS family, please excuse the Dallas. He's a little discombobulated right now.
Discombobulated, man.
He's a little frazzled right
now. It ain't got nothing to do with the game, though.
We can tell. So got to do with something.
It just keeps going, though. It's not. It hasn't been a good week for Dallas fans, ladies and gentlemen. But we're here to lift up his spirits.
Look at it. But he likes to look at the video when people don't win. Look at it.
That's it. Oh, take the picture. Take the picture.
They say use that one for the team when they lose. Tom with his head down.
We're going to make a meme.
If Kevin was on here, he'd be riding.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. Y'all making me cry. Y'all making me cry up in here.
Hey,
Hey, Sports Diva. How you doing?
Look, she said we need help.
We need help.
what? Help? What's up?
Hey, not as much as she needs help with her pick. No, I mean, no, Sports Diva. I'm sorry. I'm not going there. I'm sorry. I'm in a football mode, Sports Diva. I'm in a mode.
She did pick Washington on Monday, though. I guess. Yeah, she did.
She did?
Yeah,
Wow.
she did.
She's the only one then, probably, right?
Right.
Hey, good pick. Great job.
Great pick.
He said, great pick.
That's all I tell him. Great pick.
I got nothing for that, Diva. I got nothing. I'm gonna be nice to Diva for the rest. Hey, Coach, I'm gonna say it now. I'm gonna be nice to Diva for the rest of the year.
Oh.
I got nothing bad to say.
Yeah, I got that Richard Brown stuff in the glass.
Yes, yes.
And I'm about to get a refill.
Oh my
man,
goodness,
y'all! It was. It's not even about the game, man. It's not. It's not. It's about that report that I put that time in didn't go through.
Look, Rick, you wipe it down a little bit.
Okay, all right. So, Coach, tell me. Deshaun Watson is in the building now.
Yes.
But unless his ass can play linebacker, it ain't gonna help. Our defense is what sucks. And we'll have to have a new defensive coordinator. The people that have made comments, other professional players have played for him, call him horrible. They say
who's your DC?
Oh, the coordinator?
Yeah, Joe Woods.
Oh.
And so I went back and looked at some history when he was with Denver, I think. And they had the same issues that we're having. Guys being out of position, not knowing where they're going.
Wow.
You know, and I will have to say the GM has tried to give him everything he said he wanted.
How is he still in the league?
See? You familiar with him a little bit?
How is he still in the league, dog? He's terrible.
See?
Wow.
See?
Look, he must know somebody.
Defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
With Myles Garrett, Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon, he's a hired gun. I mean, he goes where the money goes. And
yeah.
I guess he was pissed he didn't get what he wanted. He came back to Cleveland. He came back. He tells him he came back because Deshaun was the quarterback, and he knew Deshaun was going to keep him off the field all the time. Jadeveon, you got one on one end, one on the other. I think Jadeveon might have 2 sacks. It's not
That's
like
crazy.
They're doing a whole lot.
Wow.
Okay, so all right. Besides defense, does Deshaun start right away?
Oh yeah, he's gonna start immediately. You paying him the money he paying.
I was gonna say because of the money.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, he definitely starts over Jacoby.
Yeah.
Who's having a career year?
Which is crazy.
Deshaun is a winner, though, man. He wins. I mean, regardless, pretty much of what even is around him. So he'll be worth a few wins. I don't know if it'll be too late or not, but
I think it'll be too late. But he probably could have saved a couple of those losses that we had.
Yeah,
earlier.
At least
in
3.
The year.
At least 3.
He said at least 3. And see, now they're talking about Stefanski's job now.
Really?
Yeah.
With all this turmoil, I disagree with teams that when you have turmoil that's out of your control, why are you blaming the coach? I disagree.
I'm with Rick. You have to give Stefanski at least another year because of all the turmoil that went through in the offseason and everything that went along with you acquiring Deshaun. You have to give him another year because you have to give him a year with Deshaun in place with the weapons, with everything. But yeah, your defense has to change. Defense coordinator easily has to go. I don't care if you promoted somebody or not intern, but yeah, he would out of here. Gotta, because there's no way your defense should be stuck with Garrett, Clowney,
Ward.
Got the other dude on that defense.
Ward,
right?
Yeah,
Newsome.
Ward. Everything is no way. Even with just those three, there's no way your defense is sucked this bad. No way.
But see, what you're saying is what a lot of Browns fans are saying as well. They're not losing because of the lack of offense. The offense is right now like number 7 in the league with Jacoby. It's the defense that's at the bottom of the pits. I mean, I was in Atlanta. I mean, the Falcons ran like 10 straight running plays. Wow. No play, just 10 straight draws and went straight down the field.
We say successful running plays.
Successful running plays. With Mariota and he threw for like 79 yards or some ridiculous number. And they came from behind and beat Cleveland. Wow. The defense was that bad. We got people having career years running right up the middle. You know, Clowney doesn't play half the time. He's hurt or got COVID or twisted something and take forever to come back.
Right. Well, that's Clowney. That's been him his whole career. Yeah, I personally wouldn't pay him.
Right. You know? And nobody else did either.
Right.
But then you get Garrett driving 95 miles an hour and 45 miles an hour zone, and Garrett killed himself.
In a little toy car.
Right.
Look, he bigger than the car.
With a woman in the car.
Right.
Doing what?
They rolled her out the way, so they never did, they never did identify that.
Okay.
So you got all that kind of craziness going on with them. So, I just don't want them to put all that pressure on Deshaun. That's a good question, Rick, but that, there's no way you could miss 2 years and come in there and as a quarterback and just step in like you rolling.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't know if they were going to ease him in or just throw him into the fire and say, okay.
Man, he getting first team reps right now.
Yeah, they said a couple weeks ago that he was going right in. Period.
Yeah. Sorry, Jacoby.
Right. But Jacoby has earned himself another look by somebody.
He earned some money. Yes, he did. Yeah.
Cliff, welcome to the show.
Well,
Florida High.
Appreciate it. Can you hear me?
Yeah. We hear
y'all hear
me? Hey, y'all, he inside this time. He ain't sitting by the.
He ain't by the pool.
Yeah.
He ain't by the pool this time.
Right.
But he in the family room with the "I love you" on the wall.
Okay.
Oh,
that's my boy.
Well, after the Bucks have won 2 straight, he's feeling good now, right? Especially that tremendous conference at NFC South.
And then he set the Pick'ems on fire this week. He need to go jump in the pool. I'm like 10 wins. Everybody else had 4 and 5. He had 10.
What in the world?
Oh, I got to put that up there because I think they're instigating there.
What?
Hey, but Washington. Washington surprised me.
Enterprises, we everybody's opinion is their own. Please do not hold us legally responsible.
Hey. We got to play. Hey, we should have played the disclaimer first.
Right.
Too little, too late.
Too little, too late.
I'm sorry, I read Sports Diva's comment, so that one caught me off a little off guard. The Teddy Pendergrass. I was like, wow. Wow.
Wow.
Not touching that one. I'm not. I refuse. I'm not touching that. Just caught me off. Good one, Sports Diva, but that caught me off guard. But I refuse to touch that.
Turn them off.
Hey, Todd, who y'all play next?
Minnesota, man. Minnesota in Minnesota.
Yep.
You got your hands full.
Yes, we do.
Hey, Coach, what are you guys going to do with this 3 feet of snow that's expected in Buffalo?
Hey, might end in a tie, 0-0. I hope they play in it. I would just, they're saying they're concerned about the safety of fans getting to the game and stuff like that. I think playing in the elements is what makes the game what it is.
Right.
To me, I'd love to see them play in the snow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would. There's the pick'em. You see, Lamp Daddy, he rolling away. Now, y'all tell me, I hold you responsible, Todd Lampley.
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
For not helping Cliff, who had to put his glasses on, to help him get straight.
What do you mean? You mean because he's got 2 entries?
He got 2 entries. What the heck is going on with that?
Listen, man. Hey, I couldn't. It wouldn't let me complete my. It wouldn't let me do it. I had to come in again. It was crazy. I couldn't. I don't know, man. Maybe it's my system, man.
It's been tough for the Bucs fans this year. I mean, all around Brady losing his wife, Brady losing weight. It's just tough for Bucs fans,
Hey,
y'all.
listen,
Give him a break.
They need to bench Brady and put the backup in. That's what I wanted.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that before.
But he woke up. But he woke up. He this last game he woke up. But we haven't been winning because of Brady. We have field goals. A kicker been kicking all the field goals. Defense been turning over. Brady ain't been doing anything. He on vacation.
He hasn't come back from that 11-day stint with doing the training camp when he missed those 11 days or whatever.
Y'all need to stop. Y'all know why that was. He was trying to save his marriage.
Nah, yeah. I would have missed 11 days.
And she dating somebody else now.
Go figure.
As quick as the divorce went through, I was like, "What are you trying to say?"
When you have that model money, it happens.
Right. Well, people say for something to go down, these her comments.
That's right, my friend. That's right. I got your back, my friend Diva. I got your back. No matter what Todd Lampley says about you, Diva, I got your back.
Hey, I can't forget what we were supposed to have been doing at the midway point of the season. Y'all remember who said what they were going to be doing?
Not really.
Sports Diva said her Saints were going to be 6-3.
Wrong.
Okay.
Close.
Cliff said Tampa Bay was going to be 6-2.
Wrong.
Corey said his Jets were going to be 3-6.
He underestimated.
6-3. I'm sure he'll take that anyway.
Shout out to Robert Saleh. He has them playing very well.
Yes, very good football, man. Yeah.
The Cowboys, Todd had them at 6-2.
And what were they? 6-2.
6-2.
That's right.
And when he said 6-2,
y'all laughed.
Killed him.
Yeah, y'all killed me. and I knew Dak was gonna get hurt. That's why I knew we was gonna be 6-2.
No, you didn't know that. Come on now.
He go, Cliff.
Hey, Cliff, hold up.
Don't even feed into him, man. Don't feed into him, man. Don't just call
that out. No, he didn't.
I like that. And somebody picked the Browns to be 3-5.
Ooh.
They 3-5.
Wow.
They are who we thought they were.
Yeah. I like that. They are who we thought they were. And when I remember y'all, you got no more confidence in that, coach. You pick them to be 3-5. I just had a feeling they would not go be that good. No.
Yeah, I was a little shocked about that.
Hey, Sports Diva talking about the Saints about to be the Aints. Sports Diva got a lot of comments, boy. With her and Dr. Miller on here together, boy, they be on it.
Look, she must be drinking ginger ale too.
Oh, and then she had one I didn't even see that was talking about Tom Brady and his ex. Talking about she upgraded. I heard one of y'all say she got.
I'm not touching that either.
And that's a woman saying that, y'all. That's
not touching that either.
We're gonna have to leave that alone there. Who's been the surprise team? Can y'all say who y'all think might be the surprise team so far?
Jets, Jets, Jets.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They're one.
Seattle.
Oh, yeah. Lamp, definitely Seattle. Because there's no way, if you told me before the season, that Geno Broken Jaw Smith was going to have them playing top-notch football, I'd have been like, you're crazy. And I talked with a Seattle fan, and he even complained about Geno and the lack of the running back.
Before the season?
Before the season.
Oh, wow.
Before the season.
Yeah, they're doing well, man. The defense is playing well. Geno's playing well. He's earned some money. Kenneth Walker III. I talked about him on the piece that Mickey didn't get, but he's playing well also. Yeah.
It took him about 30 minutes to recover from that, didn't it?
You ain't kidding, man. Don't remind me.
You brought it back up. You brought it up.
Welcome to Telltime. Welcome to our world.
I get it.
And you say, I get it. I mean, it seems simple to do what we're doing, but it's not.
Right.
And it takes a while to find a system for you to see these clips that you see. It takes a while to develop a system that works.
Right.
I tell my wife all the time, I said, I never took any of all of this. I just learned it on my own, Google.com, YouTube videos. Right. And the stuff that I wanted to do, I end up having to do it myself. And it might take me 5 hours to do it because I don't know what I'm doing. Now, later, it might take 4 hours, then 3.5. Maybe I might get it down to 30 minutes. And then you don't do it for a while. Then you start doing it again. You go, man, what did I do?
Square one.
Or as you know from doing it, it didn't quite sound right.
Right.
Now you got to go back and redo it.
Right.
Because you want it to sound a certain way or look a certain way.
Right.
I mean, just the backgrounds that we do, man, we got to create all of these different backgrounds that you see behind what you're looking at.
Right. I get it.
So you have to create them. There's nowhere you go and they're already made or created for you. You have to kind of find the ones that you think that show what you wanted to show and all that. It is not easy. It's not easy. That's why a lot of time with the templates that we use for the different show with Earl and you, man, it take hours to get them templates together.
Okay.
And I have to say, Don Moore, character lines, photographer, all those authentic NFL pictures are authentic NFL pictures.
Okay.
Those are from a professional NFL photographer. If anybody ever wants to get in touch with him at Character Lines or Don Juan Moore, he sells those. That's part of what he does. But he's allowed us to use them for what we're doing on here.
All right. Thank you, Don. Thank you very much. For real.
Yeah, for real. He's the guy who got us got tickets for us or told me the process to go through for the NFL Hall of Fame. And to be able to go up there and not have any issues or problems or anything like that, to be able for insights to get stuff. So he was instrumental. He's a brother who shares what he has. Not I went, but y'all didn't go.
Right.
Let me tell you how you could get there.
Yeah,
how your program could go.
Yeah, I like
Shout
that.
out. That's nice. That's nice.
Hey, what do y'all think about is Miami for real?
I had Miami.
They just drilled us.
Yeah, I had Miami as one of the surprise teams, and I think they're going to be hard to deal with, man. That they added the running game to the element this past weekend. And
everybody runs against us, so don't.
Well, but here's the thing, though, Mick. They weren't necessarily running until this week. But that running game is basically based off of San Francisco's running game. And now they got San Francisco's old backs in there. And those receivers, they're going to be hard to beat. The defense with Chubb. Now, they did lose one of the defensive linemen this week. But they do have Chubb to plug him in. So, they're going to have to be dealt with.
Well, one thing he did, now, Todd, you play defense or offense? You play with the defensive line? Okay.
Offense.
One of the things that they were talking about is him being a left-handed quarterback, that they did a lot of deception. And that the Browns defenders, when somebody would turn, you would turn a certain way for a right-handed quarterback. And anticipate your read would have you go a certain direction. But because he's left-handed, he would fake and come back this way. And the defense never adjusted to it.
Right.
At all.
Right. Like Gardner and left-handed Hooper, Yeah, same thing. Yeah. I'm used to going up and going for this hand. Oh, he's shooting over here,
And that's why I made my oldest daughter left-handed when she played. I made her left-handed when she was little. I thought it would help give Maya an advantage when she played.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, we also talked about something last week. I'm going to ask all three of you who weren't on. What's your favorite sports movie?
Well, I heard that last week. That was some good stuff too, man. Those movies.
I missed that last week. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Sports movie?
Sports movie. And we actually had, we had a wide array.
Yeah, you did.
The top four might have been Remember the Titans, Love and Basketball, Coach Carter, and Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, they were tied for third.
Yeah. Those
no, something was tied for fourth.
Yeah, those were the top ones there.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So I guess 42 didn't make it.
Oh. 42 was one of them. 42 was like tied for fourth or fifth with about four others. It really was. Mm-hmm. That would have been your favorite. What'd you like about that?
Yeah, I like 42.
What'd you like?
Just the whole the whole history of it. I didn't know he had to go through all that. Right here, I'm in Orlando, so he was like right here in Sanford. That stadium that he played at. It was it's historical.
That and how most of us probably wouldn't have been able to do it.
Yes, that's right.
You've been like, hold up.
It takes a special person.
It really does
to be able to handle that. I can't even imagine. I can't imagine.
Right.
Everywhere you go, they're gonna call you. Everywhere you go, you're gonna get hit at least once.
Man.
Oh my! I mean, you might get spiked.
Stepped on.
Yeah.
Spit
on. Stuff thrown at you.
Yeah.
Huh?
Everywhere. Every game.
And a lot of times you can't even stay with the team in their hotel. You got to
in the hotel. You can't stay with them. You can't eat with them.
You got to go through the back.
It would have been tough, man, and it was tough. And here's the thing, thank God that he was blessed with the right temperament, because if he doesn't handle it like he did, then we're probably slow down another 10 or 15 years to get into the league.
At least, at least,
because they said, "Well, look at him."
Look how they act.
Right there, you go.
We gave them an opportunity.
Right.
They're just savages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Angry black man.
Yeah.
It was during that time you couldn't afford to be angry.
No.
It was not like today. You gonna get angry with who about what? Who's gonna change it?
Right.
I mean, to persevere and go through what our grandfathers, our fathers, even grandfathers went through, it was rough. And a lot of people changed how they saw things when they saw how bad it really was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because there were a lot of people that didn't know that it was that bad until they got faced with it. Les, did you have a particular movie that you liked out of the sports genre?
I am pretty partial to Remember the Titans because it's local for me, and I know, I know both of the schools. I know the area. I've seen the coach before, so it rings a little truer for me just because it happened here at home. So I'm kind of particular, and especially as many times as we've seen it and quote lines from it. So yeah, I'm a little particular. That on the other ones, like I said, I enjoyed 42. It didn't cross my mind as one of my favorites, as a sports movie because I looked at it a little more than a sports movie. You know what I'm saying? I looked at it more as a historical piece and a piece of history, as an autobiography. And I never really thought about it in a sports movie frame of mind. You know what I'm saying? So, now, like I said, when Hot Boy said it, I was like, oh yeah, I guess so. It is, but I never thought of it like that. Ever. I thought I put it more, with like, Selma and like 40 Years a Slave, something showing our progress and our history and where we came from, not just in a sports movie genre type. You know what I'm saying? Remember the Titans. Crazy as it may seem, I like the movie The Natural, with Robert Redford. I remember watching that and Lightning Boy on the bat and blah blah blah. I enjoyed that movie thoroughly. I remember watching when I was young and watching it over and over again. For some odd reason, I like that movie. Other than that, that's about it. My other one is totally offbeat, and that's Rounders, because poker's not a sport, or something it is. But I'm around Rounders. Anytime that comes on, I'm watching it from beginning to end, back and forth, forward. You can quote almost every line. I'm watching it.
Well, we have different components that we do in Insights, and we do an Insights magazine where we take a little different look. This is Mick and Rick is kind of fun. We try to educate you, but we do it in that habit of I love my guy from Jank Barbecue, best official barbecue sauce of Insights. And he said, man, I love y'all show. He said, it just reminded me of my uncle sitting around the barbecue chopping it up. And that's what we want. That's what we want. And Insights magazine is a little bit more serious because we actually have a story. I just haven't gotten to it about the Clotilda, which was the last slave ship that came to America that people tried to act like that ship really didn't exist and it was just rumors until they found the sunken ship
at the bottom
of the waters of Mobile. And have been there to Africa Town outside of Mobile. I've been there just because of that to research it and have its own city and its own cemetery and the tombstones and all. And it's one of the few times that slaves were brought over and everybody pretty much knew where they came from. A lot of us, you can't trace it back across the water. They just assume where you came from, but they knew what tribe they were. And the fact that they all lived together in Africa Town. And came over on a bet. And somebody bet that they could still sneak a slave ship over from Africa.
Right, because they were supposed to have stopped it. I think it may be a year. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Boy.
And he was afraid they would get ready to get arrested after they came over, and that's why they sunk it.
Sunk the ship, yeah.
And did an excellent job because they sunk it and hid it. It stayed hidden for a long time.
Wow. Yeah, I saw a piece on that this summer. I didn't realize it was a movie. It's a movie?
No. They actually did a documentary on it on 60 Minutes and somebody else when they found the ship, because then they confirmed it, because stuff goes on just like the little town in Central Florida. They got burned down, and now they did a movie on that one.
Rosewood.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they bought out Kevin's restaurant in Orlando to feed the cast down there.
Really?
So they burned the town down, and Senator Lawson, Congressman Lawson, we have a piece up there about that. You know, his part in playing in that and trying to look out retribution for some of the survivors. I mean, so a lot of that stuff that goes on, we're kind of putting aside for when we get to Black History Month, you know, to pull out, and each year we'll try to pull it out and just kind of make people aware of it. So again, we got different things that we do, and it has a different tone. INSiiGHTS magazine completely different from Mick and Rick. You know, we have fun doing the INSiiGHTS magazine, but y'all know Mick and Rick is about having a good time when we do it.
Right.
And I appreciate y'all coming on. You know, Todd, you learning.
Man, I'm gonna send it to you and Rick anyway, man. I think it was my best one.
Oh Lord,
somebody better listen to it.
Why don't you listen to it after you fix yourself another drink?
Man, look, I didn't listen to it about 4 or 5 times. I'm like, boy, you good, you good.
Cliff, what you got to say to that Cowboy fan over there?
Cliff he liked the Cowboys too.
I do.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I say too much. Cowboy fans.
It's them two brothers in the upper corner that got a problem.
Guilty. Guilty as charged. Indeed.
He is I and I am him.
That would be me. Yeah.
Slim with a tilted brim.
There you go. There you go.
Name?
Todd, you want to leave us with another acronym?
No, Mick, I'm upset, man. I'm upset. And I changed it at the end of this one. But you know how I say DGBD don't get beat deep? I said get beat deep. I don't give a damn. No, but I'm looking forward to the second half of the season, man. It should be exciting. The way these teams are running the ball, man, it's every week you got a team or 2 or 3 that's running for 200 yards.
Yeah,
and,
that's the team that's playing the Browns.
Well, not only the Browns, because the Bears have run for 225 yards in 5 straight games. 225 or more.
Right.
And a lot of teams rushing that rock, man. And I don't know where the change came into place, but you know, I like seeing it though. Good
man. I heard something interesting today. It was a little piece that was posted on Twitter off the 4 letters where they were sitting around discussing. And one of them brought up this research that they had done off of PFF, and teams are running the ball more this year than ever in the NFL, and there is coming off the power and the counter. And what they attributed it to is because you went out and got these smaller defensive ends and defensive linemen to chase down these mobile quarterbacks and to stop all the option and 3 wide receiver sets, and so they can rush the pass rusher. There's no more what they were saying. There's no more what we would used to call a space eater, a big fat dude in the middle to eat up offensive linemen and to eat up those so the linebackers can roam free. That's not happening anymore. You're getting linemen that are matching one-on-one with these defensive linemen and don't have to eat up space. So now your linebackers have to come in and make tackles. Your safety have to come in and make tackles because you get to the power and the counter, you know, where they're running it straight up the gut on you, and you have nothing in the middle to stop that.
That makes a lot of sense, man. It really does, because they have gotten smaller and quicker. So to convert that, you just run at them, you know, run at them and run them over. And that's what
your defensive end used to be, and I'm quoting what you used to be 280, 285.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, now you're looking at your pre-defensive end and Aaron Donald, 275 at D tackle. But because he runs like a deer in the headlight and can chase that quarterback around or run the play down from the backside. But you run at him, the 2 men on him, he ain't got enough, you know, backside.
Right.
Slide up in that hole.
Right.
Stop that.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy that y'all played against this week, Mick Wilkins, I think his name was, that defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
He was off the chain.
That's a boy from Clemson.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay. I enjoyed watching him play, man, because it wasn't about he's powerful, but it wasn't about his power. You know, I hit you once with the power, and then I'm dancing on you. You know, and I'm leaving you. And he was in the backfield all night, all day.
Christian Wilkins.
Yeah.
And see, they said the same thing about Myles Garrett. Said great pass rusher. Don't tackle nobody on run plays.
Right.
You don't tackle anybody on run plays.
and I don't understand that because he's built for it. He's built to play them both.
Exactly.
Look, you got defensive ends aren't shedding blocks to get to the runner, and now that man is 2-3 yards down the field before he's running into the second line defensive linebacker. It made when I heard it, I had to listen to it twice. I heard it on Twitter. It's a little 3-4 minute segment. I had to listen to it twice. I was like, God, that makes all the sense in the world because of how we remember the 80s how teams were built. You ran gut and counter tray and counter. You were trying to pound that rock in there, and you had the big defensive stopping 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but it got you somewhere. And then we look back, on games last Sunday, Monday night, even the Sunday before that. Teams running it straight up the middle. They're not trying to run it on the end and get to the edge. I'm running this hole straight up the middle.
Right.
I'm clearing out the middle, and backs are running down the middle of the field because safeties are scared to tackle or they're out trying to cover receivers, and there's nobody in the middle to stop the run.
Yeah, they're gashing them.
Badly.
And speaking of tackling, though, tackling has changed. You got to be careful how you hit a guy. So I think that attributes to the running to the lack of defending the running game as well.
But Todd, I think that's a result of how they've watered down practice from 2 days in the summer.
Right. That's right.
And all of that, and they came with those rules and regulations in terms of how long they could practice, and they don't even hit in practice.
They don't hit, they don't tackle, right?
So your fundamentals have to suffer.
I can agree with that, but if you look at Seattle and the way that they teach tackling and the way they teach defense, it can be done. It can be done. You can still teach all that. You can still teach in OTAs and practice even where you don't hit. You can still practice those. Still practicing fundamentals where you don't hit against a tackling dummy because the fundamentals work. If you play with fundamentals, you can beat every time. But I hear what you're saying, Coach. But some of that can still be avoided.
Some of it can, but that's just one of the contributing factors. Might not be the main one, but it's one of them.
True that.
And there's a guy that does the Brown stuff named Quincy Carter or Quincy Carrier. Played football. If you put him in there, if you put Cleveland Browns and Quincy, his stuff will come up. But he was talking about the offensive line, and he was talking almost what you were saying, Les, and how some of the plays worked and didn't work, and how he slowed them down, slow motion. Jack Conklin, a high-paid offensive tackle, and his skills are diminishing. He's not as quick. Jed Willis can get out there. He's not the best. He's not the worst, but he's athletically ahead of Conklin. And how they design their plays for pulling guards and tackles to get into the second level to be able to hit a blocker, hit a linebacker. And how the linebackers, just what you said, are so small, built to cover ground, they're having trouble getting off the block. So running back's not even the one making all the tackles, are the safeties and cornerbacks. They're coming up trying to tackle them because nobody else is able to get to them.
Which is never good in the long run.
Never good.
Which is why your corners are getting hurt more now because they're not used to trying to hit some of them big running backs. Not when they left. That was a great point. That really was.
Thank you. My last question is, how the hell are the Giants winning?
Wow, good question, man.
How the hell are the Giants winning?
Good question.
Anybody want to take a shot? Anybody want to answer that?
I'll take a shot. The NFL believes in parity. So if you were the worst team in your division, you're going to play the worst teams in the other division.
Yeah, but
listen now, walk with me now. Now they changed coaches now, which was key for them. They changed coaches now.
Saquon Barkley's back.
He's back, and they're playing a schedule that
It's
You know, they're not playing the number one teams in each division. They play another fourth place team. So they the best of the worst.
Yeah.
You know, I wish them good luck. I don't have nothing against them, you know.
Right.
And when they do well, Sports even said a miracle. When they do well, when New York teams get behind whatever sport it is, it kind of adds a little flavor to it.
I was just telling somebody that today, man. I like, you know, obviously I don't care for the Giants, but I like that the Giants and the Jets both are, you know, relevant. You know, I think that's good for sports. It's been a while. So I'm glad to see them, you know, making a little noise.
I don't mind the Jets, but damn the Giants.
But I don't mind, you know, East Coast, West Coast is real. Ask the rappers. East Coast, West Coast is real. So, you know, in the NBA, East Coast, West Coast does it. And somebody else made a comment on why the Browns got beat so bad. The same guy, he said they were in South Beach. He said they grown men. He said, but one is extremely hot, which I saw him watching the game on the field on the Brown side where the sun was. It was like 110.
Yeah.
On the other side of the field, it was 90, 85, 90.
Yeah, yeah.
But they say South Beach Saturday night, they say they grown men. They said some of them that played like they were still on South Beach. It's a difference if you playing in South Beach and you playing somewhere else, like going to LA. You in LA, you South Beach, you know, them cats circle them on the schedule. No, so what as a grown man, what is the coach telling them? I mean, you can't say too much to them guys.
Right. What I would tell him is, look, we'll stay an extra day. Y'all can go out after the game.
That's what you tell them.
Where's a Victory Monday will be?
Yeah, South Beach Monday.
South Beach.
Right.
That's why Deion Sanders said, I can't coach NFL.
Right.
He did say that. And that's why. He can't handle them guys and all that stuff that's going on.
Look, and he probably knows from firsthand experience.
Seeing that he's from Florida. Anyway, look at
that. He know he couldn't coach himself.
Yeah.
Rick, I need to get a disclaimer that I could just run, especially when I had this crew on here. I just need to be able to run that disclaimer all through this show.
Just a scroll in there.
Hey, just a permanent scroll to keep going. Anybody else have anything they'd like to add in closing?
Yeah, I have one thing to say.
Florida Classic.
Oh, Florida Classic. I'm with you on that.
Yes, indeed, Flab you. Yes, indeed. Let's go. Let's go. But anybody but Dallas. Let's go. Let's go, Minnesota.
Such haters, man.
Let's go, Kurt. I want to hear Kurt say it. You like that?
You like that?
You like that?
Did Dallas get to the Super Bowl?
No. We're not gonna get to the Super Bowl with Dak Prescott playing quarterback. It's not gonna happen.
Ouch.
Ooh, he drops a bomb when we're about to go.
That's a lot to say, bro.
Being real, huh?
That's a lot to say.
Look at Florida Hot Boy.
What'd you say, Les?
I said that's a lot to say with Dak.
Yeah.
Not in Dak we trust.
Huh?
Not in Dak we trust.
No, hell, no, heck no.
Hey, Les.
Yay.
Hey, Todd. Now, Romeo is his man. Romo is his man. So,
Romeo, that's his new name.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, y'all can laugh at Romo if you want to. Look up the numbers and look up the accuracy statistics.
Oh, he had great numbers.
Yeah,
into the playoffs.
He didn't have good teams. And if they had put him back in when he came back, we'd have won the Super Bowl that year. But listen,
at least said that with a straight face, like he pissed off.
I'm very pissed. I'm still pissed. That's a long conversation.
Field goal anyone.
But no, Dak is not an accurate passer, man, and there's no way that he can play 3 or 4 playoff games effective enough to get us through the Super Bowl. I just haven't seen it. He's been in the league 5 years, I think. So, and there's not been much improvement in his accuracy. I tell people all the time, the receivers go out and they don't know if the ball's gonna be here, if it's gonna be here, what. And when he came in, Dez Bryant was all world with Romo, all world. And when he came in,
Right.
Can you mute him? Can you mute him, Mick?
Well, Rick, the reporter.
Could I mute him or did I?
Hey, for the high boy Cliff. Them damn reporters.
Yeah.
Boy, y'all are hilarious. Y'all are hilarious. I love y'all. Y'all are hilarious. Rick, Todd, you still lucky we didn't have your ex-roommate on there.
Man. Well, ain't too much he can say. You know, I go back at him. You know, he gonna have to defend the Browns. I'm gonna keep him on defense.
Oh boy.
Hey, Mick. One of these times you got to have us on here and let us talk about the time he tried to dunk on me when some recruits came in. And let me break it down to you how it went down. But I need him to be on here too, though.
Okay, because I've heard both sides of the story.
All right.
He said your version of the story is drastically
well
different.
Listen, I can give you. There's 3 sides to every story: his, hers, and the truth. I can give you 2 sides: mine and the truth.
You say his, hers, and the truth. You
well, in this case, his, and the truth. You know.
Rick, you need to stay away from what is in that cup.
Right.
That brown ginger ale.
just say no to ginger ale.
Look, Burner's ginger ale. Burner's ginger ale.
Now, Burner's ginger ale is special now.
Right.
Hey, Burner's is very good.
Hey, Mick, they're one of my sponsors. Hey, they're one of my sponsors.
Good move. I ain't mad with you about that.
No, sir.
Stay up to date with the latest from INSiiGHTS. Visit our website at INSiiGHTS.com. 2 eyes in the middle. INSiiGHTS.
INSiiGHTS is a copyright of Mac4 Enterprises, Florida Corporation. This broadcast is produced under the exclusive ownership of Mac4 Enterprises. It is the intellectual property and trademark of Mac4 Enterprises. Comments of the host and other individual speakers on INSiiGHTS represent their independent thoughts and representation.
Represent their individual thoughts.
Yes.
Good show.
Hey, thanks for joining us. It's been a great show. Who knows what's going on next week? Because we may even have an NFL report next week. We don't know. We just go with the flow. That's how we do on the Mick and Rick show.
Look, listen.
Thanks to all our guests for joining us.
Hey, Mick, I'm gonna make next week's 1 minute, so maybe you can play both of them.
No.
Oh boy. Y'all are too much for me. Hey, man. I appreciate y'all as always.
Take care, gentlemen.
Oh yeah.
You guys.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for coming, Les.